Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Football. 180. Hey, we're 33. Real. Bravo. 44.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game.
Go. Y'all playing the wrong football. 44. Mike, 44.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Mayfield now. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mayfield on first down. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 41. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
To throw once more on second and 10. Mayfield.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on third and inches. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 27 yards. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. They'll roll him out right. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun give to Fournette. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2 times. You got 3 down.
35-yard line.
12. Mike 40. Cut. Here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Foles. That's out to his running back, Fournette. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Go. Check. Kill. Hey, Delta. 58, boy, 58.
Here's Foles. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. The 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. While we have a second, wanted to check in on how the first-year head coaches are doing, because week 1 was not very kind to them. They went 1-6-1. Matt LaFleur was the only winner. But week 2, not a ton better, Charles. They were 3-5.
And really not a surprise. And remember, Freddie Kitchens and Adam Gase squared off on Monday night with Freddie Kitchens and the Browns getting the victory. But Bruce Arians, Matt LaFleur, they won this week as well. But again, not a major surprise because typically, if you're a new head coach, you took over a bad team. So you're just trying to build and get better. But Matt LaFleur right now, the clear winner, 2-0 in the early going.
Check 43. No. Off.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Check pass.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
180. Watch the run, watch the run.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. Foles. He's got the hook up with Conley. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
13. 58, right over there.
Now Foles. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Give me some.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? They're going to try and throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jannard Avery leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He's checking crack. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 1. Let's go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. That pick-6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know?
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 79 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done.
Odell Beckham Jr. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, 20, and he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, I'm coming.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Big stop. Let's go. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Yes.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Go.
They go play action here on first down. Throw right side of the tight end of Shaughnessy. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on second down. Foles. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Check four, check four.
Check. Fresno.
They'll drop to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down.
It's on one. Check out 6-6. Pull it high.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
180. Check. All day, dog.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Army. Hey, Foxtrot. What's that?
From the 38, Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Hey, Haywood.
44's Mike. Check. I'm here all day.
What's that?
Mayfield to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Check pass. Deuce. What?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Myles Garrett, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
What we got?
He's coming, double up.
2nd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Seibert on for the PAT. On it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
1.
58, boys, 58, 58. Mike,
To go.
2nd and 10. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Now back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
1. Easy.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down again. Jannard Avery able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Seth Goodell. Results in a 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. He'll drop to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You don't want none. 44.
Mayfield on 1st down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 35 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
63, Jaguars 7.
Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Mayfield. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine quarterback, there to make the play defensively. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Mike 58, right there. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Here's Foles. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on Ringo. Tight is Ringo.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
but
one of our
she's
guys.
singing too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Mayfield looks to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That was a special return, And it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine quarterback, there to make the play defensively.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Mike spoke both. Hey, let's 44's the Mike. 44's Mike. My touch.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. We'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine quarterback, there to make the play defensively. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Browns.
180. Alert, 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 alert. All day.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hurry.
Me and you. It's just me and you.
Hey, alert 33.
44's the Mike.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Seibert on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now Foles, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
180. We own it. Up, left. Big time.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.